Hi yogis! This video today is all about the shoulders, the wrists, and the neck for people who are sitting at a desk most of their day. I recently was working at a desk almost all day, every day is what it felt like, and I gained a lot of tension in my shoulders. I felt a lot of hunching forward, and I just felt a really tight compression in my neck, and I want to share what I started to do to kind of bring my posture back into alignment and take care of my wrists and fingers from having to type and text all the time. So this will need a blanket, and if you have blocks, you can grab them. If not, I'll show you things that you can do with just the blanket. And a lot of this will be seated. We'll get up and moving a little bit, but most of it's going to be focused on the shoulders, the arms, and the neck. So find a comfortable seat. You can even sit in a chair if that's more comfortable for you, and we'll settle in together. So closing the eyes for a moment and bringing the attention back to your breath, back to yourself. Deeply inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Last time, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Slowly blinking the eyes open. We'll start with some gentle movements for the neck. So first, simply tucking your chin to your chest and then interlacing the fingers and placing it on the base of your head, letting the elbows fold towards the face. And just taking a few breaths here. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring your fingers up towards the middle of the head. If you want even more, you can reach them towards the top of the head. We're just resting the hands here, adding weight versus pushing the neck down. The rest of the spine should feel really tall, while just the chin is tucking to the chest. Releasing the arms and coming back to center. And looking over towards the right shoulder, back to center and towards the left. Coming back to center again and to the right. Coming back to center and to the left. This time, starting with a U shape, we'll release the right ear towards the right shoulder, tucking the chin to the chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. Repeating that in the opposite direction, leaving the left ear where it is, and then tucking the chin to the chest. Then right ear to right shoulder. Repeating this again, release the chin to the chest, and left ear to left shoulder. Tucking the chin to the chest, and right ear to right shoulder. Releasing the chin to the chest, and then the left ear towards the left shoulder. We'll gently look up. If looking up hurts the neck, simply stay with the U's that we were just doing. Continuing the circle, right ear to right shoulder and chin to chest. Again, left ear to left shoulder, gently looking up. Right ear to right shoulder, tucking the chin to the chest. One more time, really letting the shoulders relax. Left ear to left shoulder, gently looking up. Right ear to right shoulder, chin to the chest. And now switching sides, so starting with right ear to right shoulder, then looking up, chin to chest, or looking up towards the ceiling, releasing left ear to left shoulder, and chin to chest. Again, right ear to right shoulder, gently looking up, left ear to left shoulder, tucking the chin to the chest. One last time, right ear to right shoulder, gently looking up, left ear to left shoulder, and chin to chest. And slowly coming back to center and rolling the shoulders up and away from the ears. So the shoulders come up and then we roll them down the back, finding a broadness in the chest. Roll them up and back, and then now roll them up and forward. This might feel a little more natural since the body's used to rolling forward. And we'll take one more roll forward and then finish it with one roll back. So a simple thing to do throughout the day, if you're finding yourself at your desk, just roll the shoulders up and down the back and find length. And my hands have had a lot of tightness recently, so I want to show you a bunch of different ways to stretch into the hands. And first we'll start with the fingers individually. We'll start with the thumb. The left hand grabs the right thumb and we extend the arm forward, rolling that shoulder back again. And we'll hold here for about 20 seconds. So taking your time, maybe even closing the eyes and listening to the breath. And releasing that finger, you can roll out the wrist, and we'll bring the pointer finger first. So now we're pushing the palm away from us, but keeping that shoulder rolled back. We'll hold here for 20 seconds. There will be a lot of stillness throughout the beginning of the practice, so see if you can really bring the attention back to the breath. If the mind kind of starts to go or wander, just come back to the breath. Come back to the sensation in the body. Releasing your pointer finger, next coming into the middle finger. Rolling the shoulders down the back, keeping a long spine, the neck is really relaxed and released. And releasing that hand, roll it out, and then the ring finger comes forward, pushing the palm away again. The shoulder might start to want to move forward, but really rolling it down the back. And then releasing, finally, the pinky finger. You don't have to put as much pressure because it is a little more delicate. Just stretching into the palm. And slowly relax. And between sides, we'll interlace the fingers and do some figure eights with your hands. So moving them figure eight in one direction and then also in the opposite direction. And maybe if you don't sit at a desk all day and you're wanting to work towards handstand or more arm balancing, this is a great warm-up for your wrists as well. So moving on to the other side, we'll start with the thumb, pulling the thumb towards you, reaching the fingers forward, that left shoulder rolls down the back. Breathing here. And seeing if you can sink down a little bit lower in the hips, the sacrum. And release that and switch to the pointer finger. So now the hand's pushing away from us. Releasing that finger, moving to the middle finger. Again, using the breath to focus the mind and the body, rolling the left shoulder back. And moving into the ring finger. And finally, the pinky finger again, you don't need as much pressure here. It's a little more delicate. Releasing the hand. Again, making those figure eights with the wrists. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And then simply squeeze the fingers, bringing the thumb in, releasing the fingers. Squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing. Try to speed it up a little bit. You'll really feel it in the hands. We're so used to this motion, we're not used to opening. Keep doing it on your own so that when we're strengthening the opening, we're balancing out our hands. We'll just do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shake that out a little bit. Moving into tabletop. Coming onto hands and knees. Cat and cow is one of my favorite things to do before working all day because it moves the spine in ways that it doesn't get a chance to a lot of the day. So when you inhale, drop the belly down, open the heart, and lengthen through the chest. As you exhale, rounding the spine, pushing through the hands and knees into cat pose. Inhale, opening up into cow. Exhale, rounding the spine into cat. Repeating this a few times. If you want more wrist stretch here, you can turn the palms away from each other, moving into cat and cow. Or you can even turn the fingers towards the knees, taking a few rounds of cat and cow here. Last time, wherever you are, opening the heart on the inhale, and exhale, rounding the back for cat pose. Release the hands, shake it out a little bit. And coming up to downward facing dog, spreading the fingers really wide, tucking the toes under, and raising the legs. Bending into one knee and then the other. Finding a long down dog, and a simple stretch to twist into the torso. Again, something we don't get to do often at a desk. The left hand will come back and we'll reach towards the right thigh, ankle, or shin, and looking under that right armpit. Trying not to open the right armpit. We want to reach that right armpit down, but then we're reaching the left shoulder towards the leg. And switching sides. Now the right hand reaches back for the thigh, the shin, or the ankle. Slowly releasing down, back to downward facing dog. And just a little bit of movement, raising the right leg up. We'll step the right foot forward in between the hands. The left heel will release. Coming up to warrior one. So a stretch in the lower body, but also for the upper body. So interlacing the fingers behind the back and opening the heart on an inhale. And as you exhale, release towards the leg. It doesn't have to be super deep. If you want to go deep, you'll bring that right shoulder inside of your left knee. Trying to keep the palms together. You can bend the arms. Do whatever you need to make this feel most supportive. An inhale, coming back. Reaching the arms high. Hands come down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up as you inhale and stepping the left foot forward. Coming up to warrior one. Inhaling, the arms raise. Interlacing the fingers, switching your grip. This time we normally only grip one way, so the opposite pinky will be on top. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, coming down to your humble warrior. Maybe that shoulder's inside. Maybe you're a little bit higher up. Finding what serves you best. And it might feel a little different on each side. Main thing here is we don't want to let that weight sink into the left hip. We still want to pull the left hip back, the right hip forward. Finding our strength. And inhale, coming up. Turning the toes towards the side of the mat. Coming to a wide-legged forward fold with eagle arms. So again, getting into that upper back. So the arms come out to the sides. Right arm comes under first, and then you either can grab your shoulders, back of the hands together, or the palms can touch. We'll inhale here, gentle bend in the knees, and then exhale, forward fold. If you have any lower back pain, bend the knees really deeply here, letting the body hang. Take one more breath, inhale, and exhale, slowly rolling up to standing, releasing your arms, shaking it out a little bit. And now the left arm comes under, either palms to touch, back of the hands, or shoulders again. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, bending the knees if the lower back is sore. If the lower back feels okay and you want to stretch into the back of the legs, begin to straighten the legs and maybe even shift the weight towards the balls of the feet versus the heels. Releasing the head and neck as much as possible. And slowly coming back to standing. Releasing the arms, coming back to the mat, stepping back to plank. And releasing the knees down, toes come to touch, and coming into child's pose. This is a really nice release for the lower back. If you want to get the shoulders involved, you can bring the fingertips onto the ground, raising the palms off the floor, and walking the fingertips forward. Just taking a few breaths here. Coming up onto hands and knees. Another shoulder stretch, raising the right arm up will open the heart. And exhale, we'll thread the arm underneath the left hand, between the left hand and knee, and the right side of the face comes down to the mat. Lots of different options here. You can keep the left hand where it is beside the face. You can extend it out overhead, or you can even bring it back and wrap the hand around that right thigh. Placing the left hand back on the ground if you haven't moved, and raising the arm up. And placing the right hand down, moving on to the other side, the left arm raises up. And then threading the needle, the left side of the face comes down. Again, hand can stay by the face, reaching the arm in front, or the arm can come behind the back, wrapping around that left thigh. Maybe closing the eyes. Seeing how the inhale affects this pose in the upper back. Placing the right hand down next to the face, pushing through the right hand, raising the left arm up, and placing the hand down. One last little strengthening exercise for the upper back. So in cat pose, we push the hands away and arch the upper back. We're wanting to keep the gaze actually between the hands versus before we release the neck. So this is kind of like shoulder push-ups. So coming back to neutral, and then we push the hands away, arching through the back. Release the shoulders down, push the hands away, rounding the upper back. We'll do that 3 more times. Push the shoulders up, release them down. Last time, push the shoulders up, release them down. Last time, push the shoulders up, holding here for a breath. Doesn't take a lot to feel it. And then slowly release the shoulders down. So what we've done is, often when you sit at a computer, your posture kind of becomes like this. So we've opened up the neck, releasing the top of the neck, bringing the neck in alignment, and then we've opened the shoulders. And what you need to do pretty consistently to avoid that kind of posture is strengthening the back, which we just did, and opening the heart. So to end this practice, we've done a lot of strengthening and moving for the shoulders. I want to end with just a really nice heart opener so that you can really feel that expansion in the chest that might have been a little compressed from working today. A couple different options here. I like to use 2 blocks for this. And if you do use 2 blocks, I'll show you how to set that up. You'll make a T with the blocks. You can have it on the medium setting, and then the medium setting or the highest setting in the back. And you'll align this middle block with your spine and then release down onto it. Your hips are fully on the floor. See, there's just a natural arch in my lower back, and then my head finds the block. This might feel really good, or you might even bring it down onto the medium setting. For the arms can come out to the sides. If you want more, they can reach overhead. If you don't have blocks at home, another perfect option for this is a blanket, which feels just as great. So what you'll do is you'll lengthen out the blanket and create a little roll. And if you have a pillow or something that you want to bring for the head, that's a nice option too. So you'll lay down on the roll. I'm going to bring a block so I can show you what to do if you need extra coverage for the head. The blanket starts right at the lower back and you lay back. For me, this feels okay on my neck. For some people, it might be a little bit more. So you can place a pillow underneath the neck. We don't want the neck to be too compressed this way. We want to keep it long. So finding your pose, making any wiggles or adjustments that you need. And if you want a hip opener, finally, the soles of the feet can come together and the knees will fall outwards. Hands can be on the hips, down by the sides. Again, if you want more of a chest opener, out to the side or above is nice as well. And we're letting the shoulders just melt open over the blocks or blanket. allowing each inhale to really lift the chest, expanding the rib cage. And as you exhale, we let the body just melt again towards the earth. We'll be here for about another 30 seconds, so letting yourself really sink in here. And if you have more time in your day and you want to stay right here, feel free to stay here for a few more minutes. It's only going to help your posture. But for now, gently bring the knees back to center if they were open. And then what you can do is you can roll onto either side off the blocks or blanket and make your way up to a comfortable seat. And as you find your seat, noticing how your chest and shoulders feel. Sometimes after I do that heart opener, it's almost overwhelming how different it feels, which shows that my posture was a little forward before. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart. And taking a moment to thank yourself for noticing that your body needed a little help today. And that you took the time to do this for yourself. Always know that the light and love within me is so honored to witness the vibrant and unique light within each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope your shoulders and back are feeling better. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and also check out our page, yogatx.org, if you want to sign up for the newsletter and know when new videos are coming out. If you want to stay connected with me, my Facebook is Emily Henderson Yoga and my Instagram is EmilyHenderson_yoga. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.